Welcome to our channel again. This is Cloud Institution. So today in this video we are going to see about Terraform, assigning a value through a command line. So as you know in the last videos, so you have seen that what is Terraform variables and how are you going to create a variables and how are you going to assign a variables, different strings, numbers, and all this stuff. So in this video we are going to say about how are we going to assign a value through a command line. Okay. So for this we are going to go to a console. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, so we have created the two variables, so we have seen in the last videos that so we are we have created two variables for this AWS instances, and then if you do a Terraform plan, okay, so it works well. It works well because in the Terraform variables we have given a type is equal to string, AMA ID, all these things we have given. Okay, so why this is not been giving any errors, even though we have not given our default values, because it has been taking it from terraform.tf vars. Okay, so we also seen that excuse me, we also seen in the last video that so how are we going to enable that terraform .tf vars from from this kind of a configurations, right? So out assign the values. So now if we can do like this, so if I comment out this values, so I don't want to take up these values from here. So if you do like this, and what happens is asking me for a AMA ID because it is not been taking it from here, right? So it's asking me for instance types also. Okay, so when I give empty, so it's not gonna take any kind of values. Okay, so but if I give Terraform apply, okay, Terraform apply with empty variables, what's going to take? Okay, if I can give yes, then it's telling that AMA ID it must be parameters included. So some of the parameters, missing parameters, right? So we have not given any kind of parameters for this. So that's the reason why it is just taking a give me error. So in this video today, we're going to see how to pass these variables, from the command line. Okay. So in order to do that, what are we going to do is that we have to do Terraform. Okay. So plan or apply, right? So Terraform plan. So we have one option is called Terraform VAR equal. So Terraform VAR. Okay. I'm going to clear screen and Terraform plan hyphen var is equal to and double quotes, and I'm going to give AMID is equal this one. So please remember guys, this there should not be, okay, so there should not be any kind of a double quotes. Okay, so it should not be like this. It should not be like this, because so both the variables, so both the key and then value, right? Like so both should be in the double quotes. Okay, so it should be in the double quotes. It should be having like this. Okay, so now what are we going to do is that we are going to do a Terraform plan again against this one. Okay, if you can give enter, what's going to be happening? Let's see. Well, as you can see here, it's asking for instance type. The reason being, so instance type we have already given AMA ID. So for that reason, we have it's asking only for the instance types. Okay. So if you can give enter, so it's working fine. So now if you want to give another variable also, because I have two variables to be assigned, so I have given one of the variables. So what I have to do now for this? For this, I have to add same option again, copy this one and then paste it over here, and then you can just replace this one, right? Like so, or what you can do is, you can just create, or no, you can just create a new variable and you can copy paste here. So why don't you say that, so why don't you think, why can't we pass both the variables over here in this same kind of under var option? And that is not possible. Okay, so Terraform is not giving any kind of options to pass something like that. Okay, so that is the default option that Terraform keeps for us to configure it. Okay, so if you can give something like this. Okay, so now it's working fine. Now it's just telling me that so Terraform AMI ID this one, and this all looks good. Okay, so it's going to be, what are we going to do is that we are going to do Terraform apply for this one, and see how this is going to create. Okay, so yeah, so sorry. So because it's asking me for a Terraform apply again with the variables, and I'm going to do a Terraform apply with this variables again. I'm going back here and I'm going to Terraform apply. Okay, if you can give Terraform, if you can enter. Okay, it takes some time and it's giving me a, you have to give yes. So now as you can see here, AWS instance webs, AWS instance dot web is creating. Okay, so this is how we are going to create Terraform, the Terraform resources with a Terraform TF variables. Okay, so as far as as part of this session, we have seen what are the different ways we can just connect it, right? So we can connect it like how are we going to give a default values like this? Okay, so default values with the variables, uh, you know, and also the next way is that using the Terraform dot TF Okay, so these two this is another option, and the next option is going to be how to pass the variables through command line. Okay, so these three options are very important, and you can just use any kind of options so in order to create your Terraform resources. Okay, and that's it from my this video, and thank you so much for watching. And so if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and just stay tuned for more videos coming. Okay, thank you.